you guys, it's Jen. Oh yeah, it's Jen. I am doing a process video for the January 2015 Studio6Creations challenge. And if you haven't seen my introduction video, this is a collaboration between 6 of us here on YouTube, and we're just showcasing like this. We pick a different theme every single month, and we have different parameters, and we just set them and we discuss what we're going to do, and then we all post a video on the last Saturday of the month, and we're just showcasing 5 different mediums, like the same theme amongst 5 different mediums as a source of inspiration. So we have Teresa craftinmommaML. She does 8x5, 8.5x11 videos, and Danny does 12x12 layouts. Rhonda does tags, and Jen does project life, and michLxo does card. So this is what I'm doing. I'm doing mixed media, and I'm basically cutting out a painter's palette out of medium weight chipboard, and that's butter. She saw cardboard, so she obviously has to come and play with it. And I have done this before. This was inspired by Gabrielle Polico, and I did earlier in the video, you saw that I did that before, and I'm just doing it in different colors. So here I am taking some tissue paper by Hazel and Ruby, and I'm adhering that down with Mod Podge, and I'm just going to trim that around and then take the excess off. And my first palette that I did was made out of a real painter's palette made out of wood, but I didn't want to go out and buy another one, and I had I just wanted to use the supplies that I had. So I have a whole bunch of 12x12 chipboards, so I just had to scale it down a little bit and make my own palette. And it's not very sturdy. It's actually because of all of the liquids, the fluids, and the the glue and stuff, it actually starts like curling up a little bit. It's not very sturdy, but that's okay. That's all right. It's just for me anyway. I might add another piece of chipboard to the back to make it more sturdy. So here I'm just covering it up with Mod Podge, and I'm going to adhere the tissue paper on, and then I'm going to trim that. So after that, I take, after I dry it, I'm going to seal it with some gesso, and I just use some Liquitex gesso that I have. And after that dries, I take 3 colors of my gelatos, and I use metallic grape, metallic melon, and I use a darker regular grape color for the border. And then I take a wet baby wipe, and then I just blend all of the colors together, and then I seal that on top with some gel medium. So here I'm just taking some modeling paste, and I'm using a Heidi Swapp quatrefoil stencil, and just applying that around the edges and along the borders. And then I also do some Tim Holtz honeycomb stenciling along the edges too as well. So after all of the modeling paste has dried, I take some Tim Holtz Distress paints, and first I'm using seedless preserves, and I'm just making a little puddle on my craft sheet right there, and then I mixed it with a little bit of golden modeling paste, and then it gives you purple modeling paste. So I use that I don't know what it's called. I think it's a Tim Holtz stencil that has like coffee splatters and spills and coffee rings on it. So I'm just creating my paints on my palettes. And here I'm just showing you how I quickly clean up my stencils. I only show this to you once, but it's really easy. I just have I add some water to my stencil, and then I take a wet baby wipe, and then I wipe it some more. And then I love this craft sheet. You just wipe it up, and then it's all clean. But eventually I have to use so many baby wipes, so I just use a paper towel, and then just wet it with my water spray, my spray bottle. And then I take some Recollections glitter, and this is just some purple glitter. I got it in a multi-pack. And then I add the glitter on top of the modeling paste, and it will dry and make it super sparkly and shiny. So next I use peacock feathers, which I thought it was going to be really cool at first, and then in the end you'll see that I changed my mind, and I actually changed it to gold because I'm not liking the striking contrast between the blue and the purples and the pinks. So I ended up changing it to gold, but I changed that later. And you'll see that, how I do that later. So yeah, that's peacock feathers. And my last palette, I did the rainbow. I did all of the colors of the rainbow, and that's why I have all of the colors lined up there on top. But I decided that I didn't want that many colors because it wasn't as big of a palette. Like, I couldn't hold all of those colors. I mean, I could if I squeezed them all together, but I just decided to do 4 colors instead of all of the colors of the rainbow. So I'm just adding some blue glitter on top of that. And then I'm moving on to Worn Lipstick, which is a really pretty light pink. And you have to keep in mind that when you mix it with the modeling paste, it obviously, like, it doesn't become as vibrant anymore. It's like a lighter shade of that color. So it's a really light pink. And it's really pretty. But I cover it up with glitter anyway, so you can't really see the colors. So this is the last color that I ended up doing, and I am using picked Raspberry, which is a really bright, vibrant blue pink. It's really, really pretty. I love it, but I don't know, I just don't feel like it fits with the rest of the palette. So, but I just went along with it. Here I am covering up just some random flowers from my stash, and I'm covering it up with a coat of gesso, and after that dries, I do another coat of gesso so that it is really opaque. I didn't want any of the colors to seep through. And actually I used some Dylusions spray. I think it's called, I can't remember the name of the white spray, but it's her white spray, and she has pigment in it, and so it's really opaque white. It's really nice. I like it a lot. And I actually used it on the palette too because I felt like it was too purple and I wanted to tone down the colors a little bit, so I sprayed some white spray on that too. And then here I'm just taking my hot glue gun, and I'm gluing all of the flowers to the bottom of the palette. So this is just a random key that I found from my stash, and I covered that in gesso, and I am adhering that with my hot glue gun. And then I take a Heidi Swap color shine spray in gold, and then I cover up the rest of the palette so that my colors don't turn into gold. But I'm basically spraying all of the flowers gold because the other parameter that we have for our challenge is the title and the color gold. So I almost forgot, like my CTS challenge, I forgot I had to use gold. So last minute I remembered that we had to use gold, and then I sprayed everything with gold, and I sprayed it around the edges and the borders. And then here is where I decide that I hate the peacock feathers and the contrast, so I take some Bow Bunny gold glitter paste, and I cover that up. And then I take some gold glitter and add that to the paint splotch. And then you can still see a little bit of the blue peacock feathers peeking out from underneath, so I take some ice stickles in gold and go along the edges and try to cover up the blue as best as possible. So I like that much better. The gold looks way better than the blue. So here is where I'm taking my bling, and it's not exactly gold, but I think it works. And here I'm just hot gluing my title, which is Create. And so our title is Create, that we're all doing, like everybody's doing their layouts and mediums, pages, or tags in using the word create, and we have to use the word color gold. So here I'm taking some Inca gold, and I just have a wood veneer heart, and I'm covering that in Inca gold. And then I also covered the key in Inca gold too as well. And then I adhered an old paintbrush with some hot glue. And then I'm going to add some gold sequins all over the palette. And I don't know why, but for some reason I thought it would be a good idea to adhere the sequins with my hot glue gun, which is it's just not a good idea. I mean, I don't know why I thought it would work, but it totally melted through the sequins, obviously. So I just used some liquid pearls in gold and adhered it that way, which worked out perfectly. And then I used some liquid pearls to make little dots inside of the smaller flowers. And then I also took some Inca gold and highlighted a little bit of the flowers that weren't gold enough, that didn't hold the spray well. So I just wanted it to be more gold. and more shimmery and more sparkly. So this is my mixed media piece for the month of January, and I am going to alternate between art journaling and mixed media, which is pretty much the same. But thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Please give me a thumbs up and check out everybody else's videos for this month for Studio6Creations. I will leave all of their links below in the description box. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks so much for taking the time to comment. And I know this video was really long. Let me know if you guys don't want to see me, glue things down or paint with gesso or, cover it. Like, if you guys don't want to see that, cleaning stencils, I don't know. Just let me know. I can totally cut that out next time. Or if you guys like the 18-minute videos, then hey, that's cool. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, and thanks so much for subscribing and giving me a thumbs up. I love you guys. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.